This weekend, we were fortunate enough to come together and learn about Invite, Welcome, and Connect with Mary. It's a fantastic program teaching us how we can invite people from our community into our church and how we can welcome them once they get here. And after that comes the exciting part of getting them connected into the programs of our church.
We've been here together this weekend for a 3-day workshop with not just the vestry, but other lay leaders in our parish. And the timing just felt right.
I think we all benefit from times of just a little more intentionality and focus on kind of our core values. So the Episcopal Church's motto is the Episcopal Church welcomes you, but really kind of taking some time to think through what that means and what that looks like and the different levels of doing that, I think is just really a really helpful thing to do at any time. So my hope is that just getting more people to think deeply and intentionally about those values will in itself result in positive changes. And then also I hope that some structures will be put in place or some programs so that these things just become part of the natural rhythms of the church and the practices of the church.
These are gospel principles. These aren't Episcopal principles. The fact that we're called through our baptism to invite, welcome, and connect people to Jesus Christ through our parish context is a gospel imperative.
It's a good reminder of what it's like to be a newcomer. Like I said, I've been coming for about 3 years, but you quickly forget. Once you get connected, it's easy to forget what it's like to be to be a newcomer. So it's just the importance of really welcoming those who are coming for the first time and making them feel welcome, and the importance of connection.
This is serious gospel work that we're doing, but we can't take ourselves too seriously, or it'll come off cold and rigid. She's helping us here at Christ the King recognize how serious this call is to invite people and welcome them and connect them. And yes, it's serious, but she's helping us do it in such a way that we're not taking ourselves too seriously, that we're having fun with it, and that we're tapping into the gifts that God has given us in this unique, quirky, weird setting that is Christ the King, Santa Rosa Beach.
Well, I think the overall thing at the table talk time, was interesting because we didn't really have a bunch of quiet folks around. So there were ideas flying all over the place, which meant to me that Mary set us up really well to sort of go off on our own and go forward.
The more people that come in, we're going to be able to meet more and more needs, because what will happen is when you come in for the first time and you get plugged in, you'll say, oh, yeah, this is great, but you know what? We could also be doing this. Because sometimes we get blind to what can be offered. And so we're going to be constantly saying, well, what do you say? What do you think? Where do you think we should be growing? Which is part of what this weekend's all about. How do you invite well the community to come in? How do you welcome well? And how do you connect well?
I think our goal here at Christ the King is to equip people to know how to invite, and so there'll be a group of people that will have that as their passion, and then there'll be a group of people that focus on being the welcoming team. And after those people get welcomed into the church, then there's a team that gets them connected. And then we all need to come back and circle together again and make sure that no one's falling through the cracks.
There are many things that we can do that we probably haven't looked at. There are a lot of things, there's a lot of energy inside this church that I think can push this along to where it will become a ministry that we can use. That sort of, we can kind of make it self-perpetuating over time, where people brought up in this church will know the feeling of being invited, connected, and working.
I just want to take this momentum that we are already experiencing and not rest on our laurels, because I think a lot of what's happening here has just been organic. This is a beautiful place to live, and this is a wonderful, beautiful parish. with a lot to offer. And that is what has really been a part of our growth. Who wouldn't want to be here, right? We have got a wonderful parish day school that brings families to the church. So a lot of it has just happened organically. But I think for this to be sustained over the long haul and also to grow beyond what we could even imagine, we need to be good stewards of the gifts that we've already been given. And Mary is helping us and challenging us to take and seize this gift that is momentum and actually imagine even more.